Tell me, when exactly you joined ISIS?
ISIS कब ज्वाइन किया ये जानने के लिए क्यों ज्वाइन किया और कैसे ज्वाइन किया ये जानना जरूरी है।
पाकिस्तानी समर्थक मुख्यमंत्री तुम्हें जाना धिक महिला विरोधी सरकार।
Friends, this movie has created an uproar in the whole country. I am very excited to explain this, so let's start. The film The Kerala Story begins with Fatima being interrogated surrounded by police officers. She is asked when did she join ISIS. The police need to know how and why she got involved. However, all the officers did not agree with Fatima, and were not listening to Fatima. Fatima, name changed now Shalini, then tells him about her past life and family in Kerala. She lives with her mother and grandmother, as her father is no longer alive. Shalini was very happy in her small family. Shalini has recently completed her studies and now wants to pursue further studies in nursing. When her family allows her to pursue further studies, she joins a nursing school in Kasaragod, Kerala. There, she meets her roommates Gitanjali, Neha and Asifa. While Shalini and Gitanjali are Hindu, Neha is Catholic and Asifa is Muslim. With the passage of time, Shalini becomes closer to her roommates. Asifa is a Muslim girl who wants to convert others to Islam by brainwashing them. When all these girls gather, we see that suddenly a man takes some pictures of them with his mobile phone and shows them to some strange people who are the same people who brainwash the girls and send them out of the country. He belongs to a big gang. Asifa takes everyone out for dinner. As they are about to start eating, Asifa and Neha remember their Allah and God. Then Shalini asks them what it means. Then Asifa tells them that when they start eating, they remember Allah first. Asifa talks with them only about Allah and tells them not to trust any other god. Asifa even tells them that the gods of Hinduism cannot protect properly, because if God himself cannot protect himself, how will he protect his children? That's why you should also have faith in Allah. These three girls were far away from their hostel, but Asifa's house was very close to her hostel. Then Asifa tells him that he does not need to go to his house. You should come to my house because my house will definitely remind you of your family and you will feel very happy to come there. Actually, Asifa has a secret plan to take her roommates away from their families and religion and convert them into Islam, so she takes the help of her two fake brothers, Ramiz and Abdul. Here Asifa meets both of them, introduces them to each other, and after befriending them takes them home where they also meet her family, and Asifa is laying such a trap that they are not aware of this secret plan. In Asifa's house, they are also secretly fed such medicines which make the girls radicalized, but she was completely unaware of this fact. Alongside this story is another story that begins many years later, where we see Shalini, whose name is Fatima, and her husband is not Ramiz, but a man named Isaac. These people are in Afghanistan and trying to enter Syria. After all, how all this happened with Shalini, we will find out later. First we see that as soon as Fatima enters Afghanistan with her husband, she sees a lot of cut cypresses there. Seeing which she gets very scared and starts feeling sick, even vomits. We also learn that Fatima is pregnant and her husband Isaac is undergoing army training in Afghanistan. The environment where they live is so bad that girls are beaten badly even for applying lipstick. If they try to run away, they are killed in front of everyone. So, we come to know that the child in Fatima's womb is not Isaac's but someone else's. Despite knowing this, Isaac forces himself on her and tries to rape her. Fatima tells some of her officers about this while she is pregnant. Now the story comes back again, and Asifa starts teaching those girls the clothes and manners of their religion. Asifa also shouts at them as it has been a long time and the three girls have not converted to their religion yet. Those people were putting its pressure on Asifa. Asifa sends some boys behind them as part of a plan. When the three girls went to a mall, the boys whom Asifa had sent after them started misbehaving and molesting them. The boys start misbehaving with the girls and a fight breaks out between them. All the boys start tearing the clothes of the girls and everyone stands and watches silently in the mall. After the incident all the three girls come home crying. So Asifa tells them that this had to happen with you, now you must have understood that this happened because of not wearing hijab. Asifa makes him wear a hijab for protection, and she brainwashes him with her words. And put this in mind that no one ever molests a lady wearing a hijab. Now girls start wearing hijab and start following Islam. Now she was feeling very safe, but Asifa's plan was something else. And on the other hand, Gitanjali and Abdul's love was getting deeper. These girls had never felt love before, so they listened to everything the boys said and spent nights with them. After a few days, Shalini and Gitanjali go back home. When she first arrived home and her mother saw her, she was surprised because she was wearing a hijab. When his family saw this, they too were shocked and did not expect him to convert to Islam instead of following Hinduism. When Shalini and Gitanjali return, a major problem arises as Shalini becomes pregnant, but Ramiz is reluctant to accept the child because of Shalini's different religion. Then, Asifa tells Ramiz that if Shalini changes her religion, will he marry her? And will he accept her child? He agreed, and Gitanjali also converted to a new religion. However, problems started coming in his life after he changed his religion. Gitanjali's boyfriend Abdul also asked for some nude pictures of Gitanjali. Gitanjali is in love with Abdul, so she has to give the pictures to him. But Shalini had a big problem as Ramiz was gone and she could not stand it. So, she went to Asifa and Asifa took her to Maulana, who told her that Ramiz had gone to another country with his mother and would be staying there. He would not return, and Shalini could not go back to her home because she was pregnant, and aborting a child is also haram. Maulana told her that she had committed a great sin by getting pregnant before marriage. Here Maulana introduces Shalini to a man named Isaac, and tells her that he will marry her and accept her child. And only then Allah will forgive your sins, so he should once go to Syria and bow his head in the court of Allah. But now Shalini was brainwashed, and she was just nodding her head, while the marriage button was her only recourse. She then marries Isaac here. After some initial scare, it turned out that Shalini's mother had come to know about the matter, so she came running here. When she saw her daughter she was shocked as she was married and the people here along with Maulana did not allow her mother to meet her. He would have taken Shalini with him. Shalini was told that they were going to Colombo for honeymoon, while he was on his way to Syria. Shalini was told that it was very easy to get passports and visas for these people. Her name was changed to Fatima and they first went to Colombo. Then Abdul calls Gitanjali on the other side, and calls Gitanjali to come with him to Syria. Gitanjali flatly refused and said that she would not leave India. Abdul then blackmails her saying that he has her nude photos and will make them viral if she does not come with him. Gitanjali slowly started realizing that someone had tricked her. Somewhere something has happened, some mistake has been made. People have trapped us. So, Gitanjali has now clearly told Abdul that she will no longer go anywhere with him and he can do whatever he wants to do. After this Gitanjali left everything and went to her home. His family also accepted her. Now Maulana and Abdul's people did not care for Gitanjali as she did not agree with them. So Abdul started posting pictures of Gitanjali on the internet and now Gitanjali was left with no option but to commit suicide. Now let's see what happens next. Neha, the Catholic girl and Shalini's friend. One day she calls Shalini and tells everything about how they got stuck together. At this time Shalini was in Colombo. It was all a plan and Asifa was a part of it. They played a game, but Shalini and Neha got stuck and could not get out. Neha also informs Shalini that Gitanjali has committed suicide and she confronts her about it. Neha further disclosed that Asifa introduced her to a boy who got her drunk during dinner and then took her to his house, where several men sexually assaulted her. Shalini was horrified to hear all this, but she still had some faith in Isaac. However, the atmosphere had turned very bad and the women were brutally killed where they were. Eventually, Shalini gives birth to a baby boy and wants to tell her mother first, so she somehow messages her mother. Because if they get a call, they will be caught. Here a woman helps him and sends a message to his mother from his mobile phone. But as soon as they left, suddenly some people came here and they beat up the woman and kill her. Then somehow Shalini comes back to her house after saving herself and after some time again some people come here and tell Shalini that Isaac has been martyred and then they take her and her child with them. Where Shalini was staying, there were many other people present and they separate Shalini's child. The woman with whom Shalini was sent from one place to another and when she reached a place, it was found that Isaac is actually alive and she has also used him. Here Shalini was telling her officers that in the group in which she was, every day a girl was ill-treated and she was raped throughout the night. On the other hand, we see that Neha had reached out to the police, but the police were not cooperating with her about what happened to her. Here, Neha tells that every year thousands of girls convert to other religions in Kerala and many of them disappear that you do not even get to know about them. But police don't register for here because Neha didn't have any legal proof. And on the other side we see that all these girls are being taken to another training camp in Afghanistan. Shalini had mapped this very well, so she knew very well that if she could escape anywhere, it was only from here. And if she doesn't escape from here too, it will be impossible for her to escape. So, getting a chance, she runs away from here with 2 more girls, but both of those girls are killed. Though Shalini manages to escape safely, she eventually gets caught by some Afghan soldiers, and since then Shalini has been narrating the whole story to the authorities. Friends, the journey from the film's trailer release to the movie's release was very fatal. In fact, still no one knows what is the reality. I would just like to say that if the situation was like this and no one was aware of it, how could it happen? The issue of 32,000 girls being raised by the news people was not mentioned anywhere in the film. And if I talk about the report, then in 2007, a report was released by the government, in which the exact figure was 4,000, which is a conversion. Now 50% of these figures are Muslim or Hindu. There is very little conversion to Christianity. Friends, whatever it is, the reality should come out. If you like my video, then subscribe my channel and press the bell icon, and don't forget to like and share my video.